Edition of Mission Workshop Reviews. I buy all the gear so you don't have to. And pretty excited. I think I have another YouTube first here for everyone. I'm going to be reviewing the Mission Workshop Transit Duffle. For those of you that subscribe or watch my other videos, I did a review of the Mission Workshop Transit laptop in the links below. Check it out. That was in wax canvas. And so is this one. So let's take a quick look. There are a couple variants of this particular model. It comes in about 6 or 7 versions using the HT500. They also make a black camo version, of course. And then they have 2 wax canvas versions in brown and green. This is a special edition, though. This is actually in an oak waxed canvas, which is slightly darker, richer than the brown waxed canvas. It's quite nice. This was part of the North Coast collection. As you can see, the labeling on this bag is different than you would see on a regular Mission Workshop Transit Series duffel. And just by way of comparison, I happen to have the Mission Workshop Transit laptop with me, and as you can see, this is the brown wax canvas versus the oak, and you can also see the label is different because this is the laptop version, the regular edition, and this came out in May 2016 as part of Taylor Stitch and Mission Workshop's collaboration for the North Coast. So little variant details for you here. Let's take a quick look at the bag now, shall we? Since, again, I know a lot of people have expressed interest in this. This is the first new bag Mission Workshop's put out in well over a year, if not 2 years. The first thing that you're going to notice is there's going to be 2 zippers up top. You're going to have a zipper going into the main compartment. Let's take a quick look at that. Pretty spacious in here. Okay. Now, it's a waterproof liner, and inside you're also going to have 4 cargo pockets. Okay, let's see here. Well, kind of hard to see. Well, these things are dark. But there's cargo pocket here, 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 and down there. This is a gray and wax canvas lining. They haven't given these bags the VX treatment yet, which would be quite nice, I think. I really love the white lining on the inside that the VX bags get, as well as the ripstop liner diamond pattern. That might also be a nice touch for these bags, class them up a bit. Another zipper top, which is exclusive to the duffel bag. The laptop version does not have it. This is specifically for your laptop, and this side is padded, and I did check, and this padding goes all the way around to here, so you can drop this on the floor of the office or train station, and rest assured your computer will be quite fine. Other than that, this bag is exactly like the laptop version. It's just bigger. This is 31 liters. This is 265. The laptop version is 19 liters, but that's 245. These are for the wax canvas versions, the pricing. The regular versions, they in the HT500 are cheaper. I believe the black camo inexplicably costs the same, and I don't think that's a particularly better material than the HT500, but I'm not certain on that, but I doubt it. So let's take another couple looks at the bag. So you have carry handles. In my opinion, these are too long. I think they should probably be around here. Now, I'm very tall. I'm 6'3", so I don't worry about this bag ever touching the ground, but I suppose if you're quite short, that might be a problem. I don't know. Probably not, but these handles are quite long. They do snap together. Sometimes the way that they snap together is a little confusing. Sometimes I'll get my handles twisted around and it won't be nice and flush like this. For day-to-day use, though, you don't really need to snap it together. It's more of a hindrance. These are also quote-unquote hideaway. So all that means is you undo these. Snap those back down, and voila, the handle has gone away. I don't use this feature. I never find the handles to be cumbersome. In fact, they're quite useful. Now, in case you're wondering, these, if you have a front rack, and you really need a rack. I had a basket and it wasn't wide enough, so this thing would not sit in my front basket. So you need an actual rack. But these will attach to the handlebars of your bicycle. And then down here, these will attach to the backstop or tombstone, which is the back metal piece on your rack. So this would be facing you, and then the front. This bag is identical on both sides, so you just wouldn't use those. So there are some additional cargo pockets. So right up front, where you can hide away your handles, you also have some quick and go stuff, maybe good for newspapers or magazines. Since this isn't sealed by Velcro or zipper, it wouldn't be protected from the elements, so keep that in mind. There's also side pocket here, pretty big, but unfortunately also not zippered, not buttons, not velcroed, nothing. So maybe you could shove a water bottle in there, or maybe have one of those little rubber bike lights or something that you just need really quick, and if it fell out or got wet, you wouldn't care too much because again, there's no protection. I am happy to see that in their third iteration of these bags, or excuse me, their third model called the Helmsman, it's a roll top version of this, they did put zippers here. There are no zippers on top though, so maybe that was their trade-off. I understand in United States manufacturing, adding a zipper is actually a fairly cost-sensitive procedure, so I guess they can't just throw zippers all over the place. Finally, a third way to carry this bag, aside from the handles or on your bike rack, is a really great strap. This strap, you can unfasten it just like you can with any of their messenger bags, and these little tabs will remain, and you can just tuck them in there, so you can make this a true duffel bag. But again, I keep all three versions for traveling. I will routinely switch between all three. I find them useful, and they're never really dangling or keeping on. So why don't we show you real quick how this bag would look. I actually initially went with the Transit laptop because I was concerned that the duffel would just be too big. Now, I am 6'3", so I am on the large side, but I can say that this doesn't look too big at all. In fact, one of the reasons I've kind of thought about getting this and have slowly stopped using the Transit laptop is because on occasion the Transit laptop is too small for my needs. Now, my needs, I commute to work, so at any given time I have my Orion in there. I will occasionally put in waterproof sneakers. Sometimes I have to put my work blazer in there if it's raining. If it's cold and raining, I have to put in my work blazer and my wool top coat to put the Orion on for my ride home. On top of that, with all my lunch stuff and water bottle, while it did all fit, I have done that once before. Wool coat, blazer, lunch stuff, computer, and rode home in the rain. It was a tight squeeze and there was really nothing else that I could fit in there. And I don't like to be dictated by the weather. If I need to stop at the grocery store on the way home from work, I don't want to skip that because my bag is too full. So I decided to give this a try. It's going to give me an extra 12 liters. 19 liters is the laptop. This is 31. So the way it would go on, and this is pretty ingenious system. Now I pull it up when I put my bag on, and then when I take it off, I just slide it down really fast. And I don't think it's overly too big on me. I live in an urban environment where I do ride a subway, so I don't want anything too bulky on my back. Now, unlike a messenger bag, which will completely shrink down on you, this bag does have some preformed dimensions to it, so it really can't like smush totally up against you if you're carrying a light load. I mean, it can, as you see, but not like a rummy would. So something to keep in mind if you're on a particularly busy train. But you can always take it off or slide it in the front, and carry it like a briefcase if getting in the way. If it hanging on your back is causing you problems for your commute, for example. Now I just want to do a quick size comparison between the laptop and the Duffle version. So I think the best way to look at it is from the top, so you can see for yourself how much bigger it is. So I feel the laptop version is slightly bigger than half of the Duffle. So something to consider. Another good way to see how much more you're getting with the Duffle is to look at the side cargo pocket. Let me get the straps out of the way so you can get a nice clear look. Okay. So I think significantly bigger. You also get an extra 2 cargo pockets on the inside of the Transit Duffle as opposed to the laptop, because again, in the Transit laptop, the laptop sleeve is on the inside of the main compartment, where the Duffle bag is on the access point for the laptop is on the outside. One other complaint I sort of had with Mission Workshop's bag, and this sort of cuts across on a lot of their products, not all, but this pocket down here is quite useful and handy. It's a little zippered pocket. You can just little grab and go stuff, but it is inversely useful in proportion to how full your main bag is. If this bag is not full or half capacity, this is a great little pocket to grab stuff. If your pocket is jam-packed, it will be pretty difficult. There's no dog ears on this, so it doesn't kind of have its own space. It uses all of its space internally. So something to think about as well. So that's it for the review on the Mission Workshop Transit Duffle North Coast Collection in oak waxed canvas. This bag is permanently sold out in that color variant, so I'm sorry if that's what you wanted. I don't think they're going to be bringing it back again, even though the bag is still listed on Mission Workshop's webpage in their North Coast Collection section, and the picture is even of the oak wax canvas. When you select your color, it will say brown, and it will not look like the one in the picture. They need to update that. If you order a picture of this right now, you're going to get this color. Just throwing that out there. Anyway, thank you all for watching again, and I'll be back soon with more Mission Workshop reviews. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe.